Good morning. How are you? Today we are going to be talking about how we all can spend less time in side control by preventing the guard pass, because when they pass your guard, they typically go to side control. And the way to prevent, the principle behind preventing guard passing is knowing how to retain your guard. So during this video, pay special attention to foot and hip placement, because once you're able to retain guard, you not only prevent the time you spend on the bottom of side control, but then you can also use this A, for self-defense, to keep them away from you, and B, for setting up attacks, because once you can retain your guard and keep them from passing, then you give yourself the space and time to set up attacks. So in this example, I want you to look at what Tina is doing in order to prevent the pass. So here she grabs onto a single leg, and it looks like she's working to get a different type of X guard. You can grab a single leg like this, you can grab any type of single leg. And here what I'm doing is I'm using a crossface to deter her from looking at my leg. So here she wants to get space, and you can see her reorient her legs in order to get into an X guard. And from here you can do sweeps. And typically a person will stand up to give you the space to sweep, but I'm not giving her space. So she's using her legs, which is the guard. The guard is your legs, in order to control my hip or leg in order to maintain distance. So this next part's good. Pay special attention to the butt scoot. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so she's maintaining space by posting on the hand. She's getting to her side. Look at the foot placement on the hip. Do you see how she is insistent on getting a foot in the hip? This is so crucial in order to set up attacks. And okay, look at this, look at this. I throw her legs by. I want you to see this hip out, aka shrimp out, in order to get the knee back in. That movement, if I were to teach anybody a movement that first started jiu-jitsu, that like the bread and butter movement, that is the movement. That is the movement. The hip out to knee in, where your knee is like a rainbow. Literally, if you can do that, good luck. I wish those people luck to pass your guard. You see the post on the shoulder and the post on the forearm. So that is creating space in order for her to get feet into hips or knees into hips. So that's the overlying principle here. So see foot on the shoulder, foot on the hips, hands posting away as she's shrimping out. This is excellent movement for self-defense too. If you don't want somebody to be on top of you and you start posting in their hips, and maybe a little kick to the face, that will discourage a vast majority of people from moving forward. So if you have questions about different types of guards, basically there's, your closed guard with your ankles. But any other type of guard is technically an open guard. And the principle behind retaining your guard is to put a foot in the hip. And you contract the hips by hipping out so that you're angling your feet towards their hips. So in any type of like roll or interaction, when you're on the bottom and preventing them from passing your guard, think about where your foot placement is. Her feet immediately go to hips. Foot immediately is going to hips in any orientation. Here, I'm doing an MMA reaction. Nothing like a hammer fist to counter an inversion. And here we're fighting for inside position, so which means getting your feet to the inside of their legs. So here now I'm going to play a little open guard. Here she had a lot of weight on me, so I just went backwards. I shrimped backwards. I hipped out backwards. And then that was the sweep that you saw. There I had a Kimura. Went for another open guard sweep. So you can see my foot in her hip. So it's the same principle. It's the same principle if you're on the bottom trying to set up attacks. So here I'm working on a sweep that hasn't been very effective for me so far. So here you can see my knee is in, and that's what's preventing that knee going across. That's what's preventing the pass. And here I have her in a triangle. I sweep to mounted triangle. To know more about this, I have mounted triangle videos. I also have a BJJ Fanatics Instructional video link where I show this exact sweep to mounted triangle. And here's one thing. Do you see right here if we're looking at it, the right side arm, the left side arm is free. So I have her right side arm inside the triangle. There's a crisscross thing that you can do with your legs to sit on them. And in the instructional, I go over more of this. But anytime you're a mounted triangle, the arm that's trapped within your legs, to get a hook on that arm and to control it. Here, I just had that arm free and I had my legs crossed. So that made the escape easier because there wasn't an anchor of control, which is typically the arm. If somebody bridge and rolls like that and you have the arm, then you are on the bottom, but you still have the triangle position or the top lock to the triangle position. If you don't have arm control, you don't have anything for the mounted triangle. Well, you do have something, but it's not as secure. So here the foot, you can see where the foot placement is. So the hip out to get the knee in, to turn into me, to get basically you want to get the shin across their hips. Like, think shin, the two hip bones, getting the shin across is where you want to be. Ooh, and she's going for a single leg here. I love that. Oh, are we going to get the sweep? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's such a good roll. So yeah, with the simple principles of foot placement in the hips, hipping out, aka shrimping out, aka hip escaping to get the shin in.
Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Roddy's on the microphone with Ross MG. All the people in the dance will agree that we're well qualified to represent the LBC. Me and Louis, we gon' run to the party and dance to the rhythm. It gets harder, harder.
She said, have I got a little story for you? What you thought was your daddy was nothing but a while you were sitting home alone at age 13. Your real daddy was dying. Sorry.
wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna gag, I wanna joke. My head get misfired when I need the sun is going and drying, it's coming outside, yeah. I run on that dana, the cuz behind me, I spit on his mic and I heat tryna sign me.
Your Honor, I'm a freak, cuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating. Put him on his knees, give him something to believe in. Never lost a fight, but I'm looking for a
He telling me to chill, he keep telling me it's real that he look a pill. He said he don't like I'm bony, he wants something he can grab. So I pull up in the Jag, Mayweather with the jab, like dun 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 dun. Oh my gosh, look at her butt.
And I'm up,
Look at her.
now from the top, make it drop. That's a macaroni in a pot. That's a rap.
Okay, I'm feeling too sexy to accept requests. And I'm way too sexy to go unprotected. And she popped a Tesla, now she gonna let you. Okay, alright, that's fine. Okay, oh you like the boy, well tell me what you like about him. You a turtle little thotty, ain't no wife about it. So sexy. Yeah, I like it crowded. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for your. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for this. Yeah, I like it crowded. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for your girl. Too sexy for this world. Too sexy for this. Too sexy for this.
Yeah, and then don't forget to control the arm inside your legs when you have mounted triangle, or else you leave the door opening for escapes. Because sometimes you can sit on their chest and the crisscross applesauce thing, and you sit on their chest, and sometimes that's enough. Like you can like sit there and balance for a little bit. But I find, especially with like smaller, more explosive people, it's easier when they're bigger sometimes, because then their muscles kind of reinforce the position. They can easily stay stuck there. But when you have smaller people, it's almost like they're a little more slippery. So yeah, just remember hook the arm. Any of my instructionals will, I should probably watch my instructionals. Do as I say, not as I do, but it's all a learning process. The most important thing is to be able to ask why, and to genuinely be curious of like, oh, like how did that happen? How could that be made better? What was done here, and how can we increase the percentage efficacy of the technique against, any body type. All right, I'm gonna go to judo. Until next time, bye.